Hey guys, you're still tuned in here with us at Vbuzz with Sharita and myself, Jay Walia. Now there's a popular adage out there. A lot of people say that you shouldn't go into business with your family and friends. And this is something that I actually believe in. But sisters, Simli and Simhui snapped up the chance to start a business together when the opportunity presented itself, and they are proving a pretty convincing case for going into business with family ties. The pair of siblings were both models and had corporate jobs when they decided to go into business together to start up LIVLOLA, an online e-commerce platform that carries imported handbags and accessories. Their combined corporate experience and knowledge of the local fashion industry has given them a leg up in their entrepreneurial venture, and they join us now to tell us all about it. Welcome to Vbuzz, Simli and Simhui.
Hi. Thank you so much for joining us. It's a dream out there for a lot of girls, you know, to start up a fashion business, especially with their best friend or sister or anyone they're close to. And I'm going to get to all of that later, but I just wanted to find out, what were the both of you like as girls growing up? Were you into fashion? Did you always know you wanted to start a business together, Simli?
Well, when we were young, we always borrow our mom's clothes, you know, we always steal our mom's makeup, lipstick and all. You know, back then when we were still young, we don't even know how to put our own makeup on. And we will always use our mom's high heels, and we will always spoil them, and end of the day we'll get scolding from our mom and stuff. So I guess basically fashion is something that we really like since young. But back then, we never really thought of coming to do our own business together until just recently when we were more mature. Yeah. And that's how we all started.
And Simhu, you're the younger sister. Did you, follow in your sister's footsteps in terms of fashion and, stealing your mom's clothes? Was she always someone you kind of hung around with?
Well, I can say Simli because we come from a family of 5. So there's like 4 girls and 1 brother.
Wow.
And I can say that Simli is actually my closest sister. And coming into this business, she is definitely the first person that came into my mind. Like, we always have that entrepreneur mindset, like we want to start something of our own. And I could have chosen my friends and whatnot, but I picked my sister, and she is definitely someone that I look up to. But in terms of fashion sense, I believe we each have our own style.
Yeah, I can see that a little bit.
So yeah, I think it's a good compliment between both of us.
Brilliant. So in other words, basically, older sister, it was her idea always to go and raid mom's makeup and stuff like that.
Well,
She's always a great scapegoat. No, I'm the older sibling at home, and I know all the mischievous idea, right? The younger brother will think about it, and then he'll be like, he made me do it, he made me do it. And that's how it goes, basically. So when it came to starting business, because being into fashion and loving fashion is one whole thing altogether, and then going into a fashion business itself, what was the conversation like? What was that moment when the both of you said, okay, let's do this for real?
Okay, fashion wasn't one thing. We both always wanted to start a business, but it wasn't like, oh yeah, we should start a fashion business kind of thing. So it all started when we attended this really huge expo, this trade exhibition in China. In fact, it's one of the largest exhibition in Asia. So in that exhibition, we were actually exposed to different manufacturers who manufactures things from technology, food to fashion items. So we were both thinking of finding something that we both can relate and is passionate about. So we are torn between food and fashion, food, because we're both really healthy people. So then after working for days and finding opportunities and talking to the manufacturers and stuff like that, we found out that fashion is something that we both are more passionate about, and that's why we chose fashion items as one of our brands.
Okay, very interesting. But not a lot of people find themselves in China at a trade expo. Simhu, what actually brought the both of you there in the first place?
Okay, so basically our father, he is an entrepreneur himself. So he has a lot of connections all over the world. And he actually encouraged us a lot. Like, he think that, yes, you must have a corporate job as a start after post-uni life, but eventually it would be great if you can get into entrepreneurship. So he gave a really hard push to the both of us, and well, he's an inspiration as well. So
as are the both of you.
He will just be like, okay, you know what, there's an expo and I think you guys should go for it. And we're like, oh yeah, but then okay, fine, let's just go and look at whatever opportunities that we have over there. So
I think it's great when you have such a strong
Yeah.
figure there, you know, to sort of
Yeah.
push you and lead you into the right
Yeah.
direction as well. So it runs in the DNA, right?
Definitely, I would
Yeah.
say.
Wow. And of course, the one question that I'm sure a lot of people at home are wondering as well, LIVLOLA, the name of the business, why LIVLOLA?
Okay, we wanted to, we actually spent like days thinking of a brand name. We want it to be something short, simple, but yet catchy. So eventually we came up with LIVLOLA. So Live means life. Basically, we want to portray a message that, you know, women, you should celebrate life. You shouldn't be so... You shouldn't just keep working hard. You should also, you know, pamper yourself once in a while. Have a little bit fun in your wardrobe and your accessories. Okay. Whereas Lola, it's actually a Spanish word. So direct translated, it means confident woman. So it perfectly portrays our LIVLOLA girl, where we want them to be. She's a really confident lady who is very comfortable with her own skin, and with our LIVLOLA products, she can rule the world.
Wow.
You know, upon hearing the name, I already, you know, loved the name. It was very catchy, and then hearing, you know, the meaning, I love it even more. But, you know, aside from creating the name, which is the fun part, I think, about a business, there's a lot of challenges and processes that you have to go through. What was the process of, you know, starting up the business like for the both of you, Sinli?
Okay, so starting up a business today is not as difficult as before. You do not really need a physical space to build a business. So for us, it was not to say very difficult. We spent about 1.5 months to build the website, to come up to source products, and also to you know, come up with our content and design for our boxes and stuff like that. So it was actually pretty easy for us because both of us know what we really want, and our roles are pretty clear. So so we separate our jobs, and then we can make it happen in the shortest time as possible. Because it's all about having the thought of test and launch. You know, if you have an idea, you should just launch it and just test the market and launch it. You don't need to wait for it to be perfect to launch it, and then like after you launch, and then you feel like, oh, maybe it's not really a good idea, then you just forget about it.
Yeah, which I think, you know, that's very, very interesting, because that is something a lot of people do. They're like, oh, I'm waiting for the right moment.
It's
and
never a right moment.
exactly.
You are never ready unless you go for it.
Exactly. Wow. And you know, you mentioned the different roles. So what roles do each of you all play in the company itself?
Okay, we hold different responsibilities. So Simhui is more towards the offline business development and also product sourcing, because she's more of stylist, fashionista kind of thing. So I'm more towards the marketing and operations of the company. So more to digital marketing, content creation, and stuff like that.
Yep. And you know, Simhui, so the roles have been defined, you know, in the company itself.
Yes.
But with regards to the fashion industry itself, you know, it's one of the fastest growing industries every year. With the figures are just astounding, isn't it? But it's also one of the most competitive. You know, you're having to keep up with the trends and the likes of that. How, is that something you all had in mind when going in? Was that a genuine concern?
The competitiveness in the market, definitely. So that's why we're trying to find ways how to place our product as unique as possible. So one of the ideas that we have thought about for quite some time is to integrate fashion with technology. I believe Cindy has more to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're actually looking to creating our own product to integrate fashion and technology, and to also, I can't really tell you like how we're gonna do it yet.
It's top secret.
Under wraps.
Top secret. But it's something that can create convenience to consumers' daily life. Kind of thing. Yeah.
All right, definitely
wow.
something
So it's
to
like
look out for.
smartwear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very, very curious to see how that turns out. But you know, the both of you seem, you know, like very well put together women. You both had, you know, corporate jobs. How does that play into setting up this business, Simhui?
Well, I am currently working in a bank, so I'm in corporate banking. So I do sales, but our clients are corporate clients. So from there, I learned a lot of soft skills. How do you interact with clients? How do you sell your product? How do you pitch your ideas to people? At the same time, I have also built really good connections. And part-time, I am a model. So I've been modeling for 5 years, and it's amazing that the people I've met in the modeling industries, they have been like the nicest people that I've met. So as you can see, like our photo shoots, everything is actually, you know, it's part of the help that has been given by my friends. Like the photographer, he is one of my closest friends, and he was willingly to help us shoot for like many times, and with because we are bootstrapping at the same time. So he was really willing, and my model friends, they were so happy to like buy my products because the style actually fits them, and they were really supportive.
It's for everyone that sort of, you know, is following with the time itself. You know, everyone wants to have that one particular product or be seen with it itself. But you know, you mentioned that your experience in corporate side of things, you know, with sales and the like, so that I'm sure it comes in very, very handy with the day-to-day business. But your experience as models, does it come in handy in the running of the day-to-day business itself, apart from the contacts that you get?
As a model, well, I believe because I do pick up trends, like I love reading magazines, turn on the TV and see what's happening in the fashion markets, like in Europe, because our LIVLOLA products is more of we want to make it very international in terms of the style, not too much of Asian. So I think these adds up, like, you know, from my experience as a model.
You know, being a model, you always have to keep up with all the trends, and you, both of you, actually model for your own, you know, lines as well, which you know, definitely comes in handy.
Yes.
But apart from, you know, being very, very trendy and all of this, you also kind of just focus on handbags and accessories. When you could, with the knowledge you both have, kind of expand into other stuff as well, why choose to just focus on handbags and accessories?
So, well, we think that a handbag is a women's essential item. On the street, you can never see a woman without a handbag, right? Because we women have so many things to carry. We have our purse, our makeup kit, our wallet, and everything. So it is something that it is so important for women, and it also reflects the person's style. So that is one of the reasons why we get into handbag. And another reason is because we find that women actually spend longer time to look for a handbag that suits their style and or for a particular occasion. So with the online platform that we have today, we actually make it very simple and direct to our consumer, for our consumer. It basically directs our consumer to the occasion that they seek. Like, for example, if you're looking for a work bag, you can just click onto the executive collection, and then you can just straightly get into the working bag collection.
I think that's very, very important in an online site. So nobody wants to waste their time kind of sifting through everything. It's all about the user experience, I definitely feel,
But you know, okay, I can't say I have a lot of experience buying handbags, of course, but you know, I followed my girlfriend, my mom, and the likes of that, buying handbags. And you know, they usually like to go to the store and they like hold it, and you know, it's like, oh, it's too bulky and stuff like that. So is there a certain something on your site that helps women with that decision itself, the sizing and stuff like that?
Yes, our website, we actually provide all the information needed from the dimension, the material, and as many pictures as possible, the inside, outside, everything, so they can actually basically to make their decision easier.
Wow, so it's comprehensive right there.
Very nice. And as we discussed at the beginning of this interview, you both have, you know, very different styles. How do you kind of incorporate both these styles into the collection? Can you share with us the secret?
Well, I mainly I source the products, so I'm a little bit biased. Usually, I would pick the styles that I find it very suits my style. So, but then again, we're in this business together, so I can't make a decision solely on what I like. So I would usually discuss with Simli and get her opinion. And sometimes she may say it doesn't suit our brand, it's too small, it doesn't suit the Malaysian market, and there's definitely some arguments involved.
Is there sort of a mechanism that sort of, because I have a younger brother and we work together, and some of the fights we get into, sometimes mom or dad has to come and step in, you know?
So not to that extent.
Not to that extent, okay. Is there sort of a mechanism for disputes or anything like that you all work off, basically?
Well, it's all about growing the business, right? So whenever there's a conflict, we will always lay things out, and we just figure out like, okay, so do we really want this or not?
Yeah.
But if there is something that we're not too sure, we just, you know what, just get the product in and then we'll test it out. So it's
okay.
everything about testing and validating that idea.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
let the
you can't
numbers
just
speak for
argue.
it.
Yeah, you can't just argue like on nothing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
I think most importantly is we both share a common goal. Like we very clearly divide personal and business. So your mind has to be clear. But of course, behind the scenes, there would definitely be some arguments, and we're used to it. Like for many years, we share the same room together. So
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
we were inseparable. But yet,
Yes, I'm very, very familiar with this. I have 3 sisters. We're all very close in age, and there's definitely a lot of arguments, a lot of fighting over clothes as
Yes.
well.
Yeah,
But
clothes especially, yeah.
So I'm sure a lot of viewers out there can relate to the both of you, and probably have even wanted to maybe start something out with their siblings. Is there anything you didn't expect, any challenges you didn't expect to encounter in setting this up? Maybe you can help any viewers out there, future advice.
The challenges so far that we have faced, it's mainly on developing the business. So of course, when you just started out, especially in a digital platform, because previously I was working in FMCG company, and I'm doing brand marketing previously, and we always engage agencies to help us to do the media, the creative agent, the creative and stuff like that. So when you're doing something on your own, it's definitely something that you will need to learn more and faster, especially in a digital platform. So that's one of the challenges of getting the business out in a digital platform.
Okay.
It's that, hence why all the bootstrapping and everything has to come on board as well. Now, of course, LIVLOLA is just a few months in itself.
Yes.
And, you know, it's still relatively new to the game, but I'm sure there's been quite some customer feedback, you know, on your products and your service. You know, how do you take this feedback and, you know, sort of build your business or work around it?
We have gotten a lot of positive and really, really good feedback from our customers. I guess, you know, when you're small, when you're still small, you get a lot of like love and stuff like that. You know, like sometimes when you grow up, the bigger you go, the more haters you get sometimes. So for us, we are very thankful for all of the great comments and feedbacks from our customers. But there's definitely something to improve on, and one of it is our shipping rates international, our international shipping rates. So we are still looking on ways to how to making it more competitive, so we can lower the barrier of international purchases.
Okay.
Usually the shipping scares people a bit.
Yes, yes.
Seems like, you know, the two of you have got it all figured out, and I'm sure there are big things in the future for LIVLOLA, and we wish you both the best of luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
thank you.
Nice, very, very enlightening to see a
Yeah.
bunch of siblings going into business together. So, you know, if my brother's watching this, it's like no excuse.
Yeah, and I'm
you
pretty
know.
sure it's very, very inspirational to a lot of people out there. Everyone can relate to this story, you know, who have siblings, who've always wanted to start something up. You know, there's no time like now. And something that goes hand in hand with maybe starting out a business is having a good, you know, finance knowledge, having good finance knowledge.
Yep.
And we're going to continue our Finance 101 with Raymond Gabriel right after the break.